This is the breakdown of what energy sources are fueling the Texas grid. Right at the top, solar and wind are listed at 15.7 and 8.7%, or together nearly a quarter of all the energy generated today.
Solar produces great on peak.
Doug Lewin is the publisher of the Texas Power and Energy newsletter. It's not a new development. Before former Public Utility Chairman Peter Lake stepped down last month, he said as much.
We're going into this summer relying on wind and solar to keep the lights on in Texas.
But renewable sources came under scrutiny by the Texas legislature this past regular session.
We have to have generation that performs when it's critically necessary. And that's dispatchable generation that can be counted on when the wind is not blowing and the sun is not shining.
Obviously, you're not going to have any solar power at night. Everybody knows that. They can plan for it.
That's because when the sun goes down, the demand drops too. And Texas has been ramping up its storage. Lewin says solar power is the reason why prices per megawatt hour stayed under $50 instead of soaring into the thousands during the extreme heat so far this season. That keeps electric bills from soaring too. ERCOT has worked to increase capacity and reliability over the past 2 years, but today natural gas, coal, and nuclear power are producing a little more than 56,000 megawatts, and the peak demand was forecasted at just over 76,000 megawatts.
If you're a grid operator, you want to have a balanced system with a diversity of resources, because they all have, their attributes and their strengths and their weaknesses.